Welcome back. Almost everyone dreams of going on a cruise at least once in a lifetime, if not every year. While cruises nowadays provide glamorous and unforgettable services, nobody knows much about the beginnings of this industry, which is now valued at $130 billion. In today's video, we'll be talking about just that, the exciting history of cruise ships. Before we go on, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our videos and updates. The first cruise. In the early 1800s, cargo ships began offering transit to passengers. The Black Ball Line is one of the first ships known to have transported passengers between New York City and Liverpool, which was its mail route. Prominent shipping companies such as the Peninsular and Oriental Steam Navigation Company and Cunard joined in. In 1844, P&O began offering leisure tours across the sea to exotic destinations such as Athens, Malta, and Gibraltar. The company still exists under the name P&O Cruises and touts itself as the earliest ocean line in the world. The Hamburg America line launched the Prinzessin Victoria Louise in 1900. The idea is credited to Albert Bollin, the general director and a shipping magnate who came up with the business in the 1890s. A floating hotel, as he called it, was brought about in the form of the first known luxury liner as a way of competition to the thriving hotels on land. Caesar Ritz, a hotelier, was hired by Bollin in order to manage the staff, and Muse and Davis, a British architectural firm, was assigned the task of designing the interiors. Bollin ensured the elegance of the ocean liner by adopting marvelous features that even included the Rococo stairwell with gilded cherubs. The pre-war period. In the early 1900s, cruising became all about who could offer their passengers the fastest transit and most luxurious stay. Companies began competing with each other by increasing the speed and by adopting opulent facilities. The earliest luxury line, called the White Star Line, debuted a trio of luxury ocean liners, which included the RMS Olympic, a ship fitted with a magnificent staircase, Turkish baths, deck pools, and the most privileged facility, private bathrooms and electricity in each cabin. Remember the Titanic? This famous ship was also part of the same trio and boasted of amenities that were the height of luxury then. In 1921, the SS Paris, which was French-owned, featured a cinema hall on board and adopted chic interiors that were Art Deco. Soon, the wars took over and greatly affected ocean liners. While most were displaced amidst battles, the rest either functioned as troop ships or were dismantled after the war to be sold off as scrap. The post-war period. After the war, ocean liners crumbled with the advent of commercial passenger planes, which allowed people to travel to destinations at record speeds. Ocean liners could not compete, especially as nobody wanted to travel for days or weeks. Several ocean liners were repurposed. They began sailing around tropical areas like the Caribbean, where the whole purpose was to spend time on board and was not chosen as a means of transportation. This too posed quite a few problems in its own way. Some ships were too heavy to lazily sail around the shallow Caribbean and so became useless and had to be sold off. Companies that were prominent so far, such as Holland America and Cunard, began to be viewed by people as stuffy and expensive, which caused them to prefer comparatively cheaper airplanes. Of the ships that did function, they were remodeled to have more elaborate and expensive interiors. P&O was at the forefront, championing the architectural beauty of the ship by installing windows with steel frames, incorporating glass wherever possible, flat roofs and thickly curved walls. Each cabin was further installed with small round windows and a sturdily built chimney of bricks. Even after all these renovations and efforts, cruising was still not an option for the general public. The era of the love boat. Like everything else, it took a famous sitcom to bring the idea of a vacation on a cruise into the mainstream. Because ocean liners were expensive to operate, the industry began to reinvent itself in order to function, and thus the cruise ship was born. Cunard launched Queen Elizabeth II, which showcased the best of features and sunken sofas made of green leather. The famous American sitcom The Love Boat, which was screened in the 1970s and 80s, showcased drama aboard a luxury cruise through which the audience could explore its elegant insides and amenities. Featuring actors like Buddy Hackett, Lana Turner, Betty White, and several others, the show took on different prominent actors as guests for each episode. The popularity of the show brought into the minds of the people the idea of a luxury vacation aboard a cruise. One of the ships that was used quite often for the show for exterior shots was the Pacific Princess of 1971, which could accommodate a maximum of 600 people, which is insignificant compared with today's cruises. For instance, the Royal Caribbean International Symphony of the Seas was built to accommodate around 2,000 crew members and up to 6,700 passengers. The mega ships of the 80s. Ridding itself of the image as a means of vacation for honeymooners and senior citizens, the megaships were introduced with heightened amenities. The Royal Caribbean launched the Sovereign of the Seas, which is still in use. With a passenger capacity of 2,300, it was the biggest ship to have been built since the launch of Cunard's Queen Elizabeth. The ship included a casino, a spa, about 4 swimming pools, and several restaurants and bars. Currently, it's called the Sovereign and can carry up to 2,900 passengers, which is a significant increase from its original capacity. Eminent companies such as the Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, and Carnival began offering luxury cruises by including indoor pools, sporting courts, grand theaters, fitness centers, and atriums. They drove the standards of luxury cruises to the heights that we see and experience now. Carnival's Destiny held up to 2,600 passengers and was decorated with a spa, a casino, a movie deck, and 3 pools. After refurbishment, the cruise currently features one of the largest water slides and a water park. Norwegian's Epic boasts a passenger capacity of 4,500 currently, with amenities such as an aqua park, a bowling alley, an abseiling wall, and a quirky ice bar that is constantly cool at 17 degrees. The modern celebrity cruises. While the amenities once played a crucial role, it's no longer the factor that drives its popularity. Today, it's largely about the design and decor. Virgin Voyages is soon set to release its new Lady Ship in 2020. The ship, designed by Magpie Studio of London, features a silvery gray and red exterior. The cruise takes on a cinematic, dreamy approach to its interiors with the use of expensive and opulent lighting. Celebrity Cruises Celebrity X features an earthlier decor with its green suites, spas, lounges, and staterooms. A common area named Eden grabs attention with its bright color palette and numerous indoor plants. In the end, modern cruises are built on the idea that though there is much to explore outside the ship, the passengers must never run out of opportunities to be amazed when on board. And so far, this has been working out pretty well for the industry. If you've never had any plans or motivation to go on a cruise, we hope this video has filled you with some curiosity. Thank you for watching us. If you enjoyed it, please like and share this video with all those you think are in dire need of a vacation. We'll be back soon with yet another interesting video, but until then, stay tuned and keep watching.